So here's how to wash your clothes in a washing machine for beginners. I've got a dark load of washing. First thing I'd recommend is get yourself some kind of bag like this for your underwear and smaller garments. Also, another point, we in our house have got these bins and we separate our dark and light colors so you don't have to do it later. Remember, if you're doing trousers, you should always check the pockets as well. You want to wash most items inside out. It's just better for long-term washing. So let's speed things up a little here. Just remember, I've got the small garments bag. You want something to put like that in your machine too, ideally, but you can live without it. Okay, so I've got my smaller garments bag pretty full, probably a bit overfilled. I'm just popping it in on top. What you don't want to do with your wash is overfill the drum. If it's above 2/3, 3/4 the way visually filled, when you look at it from outside, then it's not going to wash as well as it should. Your clothes won't come out as clean as you would like. So here's a straight on view of what I'm seeing. Almost overfilled. If you're not sure, another option is you can get travel weighing scales out, put your clothes in a bag and weigh them, because this has got, let's say, a 9 kilo max. And also on the front, it's got some handy stickers to remind you. Remember, empty pockets. I didn't show that here, but you should really do that. And also wash out the detergent drawer tray. I got another video on that. Check that if you like. And make sure nothing's hanging out as well, so it doesn't catch when it's spinning. Now, in terms of the detergent drawer, put your detergent in the largest compartment. This is a bit confusing with this machine, specifically Samsung. It's got the notches. Can you see the little drawing? It's got an icon for 2 on the left and then 1 on the right. You want to put in the biggest compartment. On their website, they say number 1 for the detergent, but in this one, it's just the biggest compartment. So I'm just using a non-bio detergent. I find biological gives me itches. I've got a cleanser, and I've got the fragrance as well, the scented pearls. So in terms of dosing the scented pearls, you've got a cap that comes with it. You probably don't need to fill it. I mean, you can do it however you like, but I just go for about that much, not quite covering the cap. And then we put them in the drum directly at the back on top of the load, and try and get them at the back, because then they don't roll out onto your floor as they have done for me many times. Okay, and next up, laundry cleanser and dosing that. Again, just put it into the cap that comes with it. Just pour it into the cap. I usually put it about half full. It's not a major one. This is a nice add-on, really. And it's going straight in the detergent drawer in the fabric softener compartment, which is in the middle. Just put it in that fabric softener compartment, which is a lot smaller. Dosing the detergent, I'm only going to put half. Again, thanks to Derek with 2 hours. Tips on this, makes your machine last longer. Don't put in as much as you think you need. Now again, I've put mine in the far left part of the drawer. Always put in the biggest one. In this case, it's marked 2. Now let's turn on the machine. For some reason, mine always goes to spin only, but you can see lit up dark garment. That is actually what I want, but if not, on yours, just turn the dial or however it works. This is a Samsung Eco Bubble, so I'll just turn it off and back up to then get it to a normal wash. And you can see it's 1 hour 27, 40 degrees, 1200 spin. If you want to time it, just press the timer button and it'll finish at 2 hours. And if you want to reset it, the easiest way is just to turn it off and back on again. Now I've set it to dark garment and it all looks good, so I can just press the play mode and you will hear the lock kick in and it will start washing. So we're looking pretty good, starting to wash. And at this point, I'm never too worried what those icons mean, because I know I've got the right setting. Okay, so we don't need to worry about it, and we can come back later. I can see I've come back just over an hour later, 20 minutes left, and it'll go for a spin in a moment. And here you are, you can see now jump to 8 minutes and the spin is going. 1200 spin speed on this. The max is 14 on my machine. I've come back with 1 minute left just so you can see how it finishes. On my machine, this 1 minute was way longer than 1 minute. I don't know why, but anyway. And look, it looks like it might be done. So once it's finished and unlocked, then let's have a look inside. Just to give it a touch, it's all wet. But in our house, my wife demands that we put on an extra spin cycle. So just power it up. And in this case for the Samsung, long press on the spin button and it will then drop down spin mode, and I'll put that on again, just 13 minutes, play and come back once that's done. Now once our washing's done, we're gonna have to dry our clothes. We've got some foldable laundry baskets or crates here that are really handy. let's get that out and let's get the laundry into there so we can get it dry as soon as possible, because we don't want it to go stinky if you leave it in the machine. If you use the timer, you leave your stuff in the machine, that's okay, but just don't leave it too long in the machine after it's finished. Even better just to pull it out and leave it in the basket rather than in the clothes machine. Now you could put your clothes in the tumble dryer at this point, but we've got a much better way. So check out my video on the screen now to see the best way to dry your clothes and to make them last much longer. So click on the screen, go and watch that video now. I promise it will be worth it, and I'll see you there.